Listen, I have a story for you. Something the examiner will love. A healing, possibly divine. A girl performing miracles after a visitation from the Virgin Mary. Chicago, New York, D.C., every demographic on this planet is eating this up. Give me the exclusive.
All right, sir. Good morning. Thank you for taking the time to talk about the Unholy with me. So, I mean, to say that the moral compass of your character in this is pretty far gone when we start. The fact that he is so far gone, that made it exciting to sort of the arc and to bring him to where he lands.
Yes, of course. Thank you for noticing. You're the first one that's really asked me that. Yes, I think that was kind of what attracted me to the role in the first place, is that there was indeed an arc to be played. I mean, we meet a guy that's really down on his luck. He's done some very questionable things, and through the course of this film, kind of rights himself and ends up by the end of the movie having. It makes it a lot more interesting for the audience and a hell of a lot more interesting for me to play the character if there is some kind of an arc there. I didn't love that we met him, that he was driving around like drinking booze and stuff. But at the same time, I kind of understood where we needed to go with all of that. And he's a bit of an asshole, and I like a bit of an asshole. And he also kind of had that sense of humor that I think that was needed, that showed that there could be a charming quality in there somewhere if we could ever find it. So yeah, that's kind of why I did the damn movie. You know.
Let me ask you this: do you think that part of the charm is the fact that you like that he's a bit of an asshole, and that facilitates we liking him as well? Because I mean, it's not therapy. I didn't want to ask like.
Right. I mean, maybe would be my response to that right off the bat. But I think as an actor, I've always been attracted to characters that that are kind of assholes, I guess.
Not all of them, man. But I mean, like, you've done different things.
Not all of them, but it just gives you a place to go. And I think that's so important. Especially if you're doing a, hour and a half, 2 hour film. If you don't have a place to kind of go with your character and it's just flatlining across that length of time, it's not as fun to watch. It's certainly not as fun to play. And he gets to kind of be a conduit for this story, and you see it through his growth, which I thought was kind of an interesting way to go. I thought Evan did a really good job kind of doing that. And then he trusted me enough to just kind of go, okay, go do your thing and try not to overdo it.
No, you didn't overdo it at all. But let me ask you this, because one of the distinctive qualities of the material is sort of weaponized faith, with which I think is something that we haven't seen in a horror movie at all, because we've seen possessions and we've seen demonic and all that sort of stuff. But I wonder if that part of it you found interesting, which sort of sets up the whole third act of the movie. Actually,
yeah, a lot of conversation, I think, between Evan and I kind of about that very thing happened while we were shooting it. Because when I read the script, I don't think that it dawned on me that was going on while we were shooting it. You could really kind of feel it and sense the weaponizing of faith. And there's a couple direct references to it in the film as well. But I don't think I noticed it as much in reading it. That was more of it kind of dawned on me while we were shooting. But you're right. It was kind of interesting, and I haven't seen that done either. And I think that we kind of brought that to the forefront. It was a very interesting way how that all was done. Luckily for us, we started shooting the end of the movie first. I don't know. And so we got to start in the tent with the crowds and all that. If we had been shooting that in order, we never would have been able to do it.
Because, that's always crazy to me how you guys do that. Kudos,
yeah,
I have to say.
I was bitching and I was complaining about it because I really wanted to be able to, if in a perfect world as an actor, you want to shoot it
you want the order. Progression, yeah.
That's right.
So let me ask you this, because this will be my last question, just for time's sake. Given that you're a veteran actor, you know how the sausage is made. I mean, does that mean that you're sort of immune to being creeped out by horror movies, or, well, you're actually shooting these like creepy things. Does that get to you at all, or are you like, I know how they did that. I wonder if
Yeah. No. I'm a little bit immune to it. But at the same time, I'm also fascinated by the Hollywood side of all things. And my wife in particular is a big believer in the craziness, in the ghosts and the witches and all the stuff. She's a big believer in, and they were with me for the first half of that shoot. And I remember where we shot it at this inn outside of Boston. It's apparently a very haunted place, and I took the family there, and Hillary was getting some crazy vibes, and then if you listen to her long enough, you start kind of it starts seeping in and taking it in. Yeah. That's right.
I had a moment like that this week. I was like, yeah, the moon is in Pisces, and my wife looked at me like, look what I've done to you. So I have the same sort of thing. Yeah. All right, sir. My time is up. Pleasure talking to you. Stay healthy wherever you are. Okay.
She's here.
You think there could be other forces at play here?
When God builds a church, the devil builds a chapel next door.
Don't doubt her. Doubt weakens faith. Hail Mary, full of grace, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death.
This is not the work of the Virgin Mary. It's the work of the unholy.
Faith in evil empowers evil.
Believe in her. Offer your souls to Mary.
Holy Mary, Mother of God, the Lord is with you.